Galina is going to take you through some different self-defense techniques.
Thank you, Rachel. All right, next up is physical techniques, what you can do to protect yourself in a bad situation. So first of all, let's do an exercise where you stand. Hopefully you have enough space around you. You can stand up, and hopefully you have a partner for later, but we'll get to that in a bit. Stand up, feet shoulder width apart or so, knees bent. You're just going to relax and move your hips side to side and let your arms come around you. In a relaxed way around your body. And you can go a little bit faster. You can go a little bit slower. And you can shift your weight around, shift your weight to one foot. Shift your weight to the other foot. If you guys want to come and join me over here, go for it. The more the merrier. And then you can shift your weight around and you can bend down towards the floor. And let your arms follow. You can look up to the ceiling. Let your arms follow. There's lots of variations of this. This is a great exercise for relaxation, for stress relief, and also a powerful self-defense technique that we'll go over in a little bit. Okay, so first exercise, hopefully you have a partner. If you do, invite them up in front of you. Can I have a volunteer? Here you are. Thank you. So there is this idea of a personal bubble that we all have. It's a space, a certain amount of space around us where we feel like when somebody enters that space, they have entered our bubble and they're no longer kind of in a safe distance, just how it feels. So if Matthew takes a couple of steps back away from me and then he comes towards me, when I feel like he's starting to enter my bubble, I'm going to tell him to stop. I'm going to put my arm up and tell him to stop. Stop. And it's usually, if we both put our arms out, it's right about arm length away. This is my bubble, and this is his bubble. Sometimes your bubble might be a little bit bigger, might be a little bit smaller. It might also vary on how you're feeling and what situation you're in. If you're really uncomfortable, if you really don't feel good about this person in front of you, that bubble might be bigger. If that's your best friend, that bubble might be a lot smaller. Maybe I'm standing on the side to her, stop. Yeah. And also this exercise is not only to learn about your distance and about your bubble, but also to learn that it's okay to tell somebody stop right in their face, which is a very powerful self-defense technique. Next thing would be, if Nancy helps me, a grab release. So what to do if somebody grabs you? So for this instance, he's grabbing me, we call this cross hand, his right hand grabbing my right hand. And if he grabs me and I don't want to be grabbed, doesn't matter if he's trying to take me away, whichever situation, I don't want to be grabbed at this point. If I pull back, usually, for most people, the more I pull back, the tighter he grabs. That's just kind of our instinct. So for me, pulling back causes him to grab stronger, and then it's a matter of who's faster, who's stronger, who's bigger. And I'm going to always assume that there is somebody out there who's bigger, stronger, faster than I am, and better at martial arts than I am, always. So if I pull back, it causes him to grab stronger, which I don't want to, because now he's going to hurt my wrist because he's grabbing too tight. You're not, you're fine. But yeah, but this is what happens if you pull back. And if I pull back and I'm really fast and I can yank my hand out, this is not the best position to be self-defense-wise. Okay? So instead, we look at his wrist. He has 4 digits on this side, and he has 1 digit on this side. So I'm going to go towards the 1 digit, towards the thumb. I'm going to go over the top. So my hand goes over the top of his knuckle, and I'm actually moving slightly towards him, which is counterintuitive. But I'm moving towards him. If my arm moves towards him and I pull away, the same thing, he grabs tighter. So I need to be moving towards him, my arm moving towards him. This is a lot better place for me to be if I am in a self-defense situation. And it can be pretty fast as well. You guys can try it with each other. I don't have to let him get a big, good grab on me. So what happens if he grabs same side? Oh, that's a different grab. You attacked me the wrong way. Okay, so still 1 digit, 4 digits. I'm gonna go for the 1 digit. I'm gonna go around until it works. If he has gigantic hands, I have little tiny hands, and his hands wrapped all around me, and this somehow just doesn't work. Just keep going, keep circling, and then circle the other way. If she grabs me, I go towards her in a circle. If she grabs me any other way, I go, oh, that doesn't work, that doesn't work. I'm just gonna continue circling. Continue to circle one way, circle the other way. Yes. If you use a principle of grab release where you are relaxed, that's another thing. If you're really tense, if Matthew grabs me again, if he's really tense and I'm really tense, then we're gonna see who's more tense and bigger and stronger again. And again, there's always somebody bigger, stronger, better than martial arts than me. So I'm gonna relax, which is again, easier said than done sometimes, and counterintuitive. I'm gonna go towards him, relax, and I'm going to circle. And then, oh, it didn't work. I'm gonna circle the other way. And I'm gonna circle the other way. I'm gonna circle the other way. Keep being relentless in a social gathering type of situation. This person is just grabbing your wrist, messing around, being kind of a funny bully, and you're just not into that. You go, no, Matthew, stop. You can stop doing that. I just went grab release, towards the thumb, over the top, go to the outside of his arm. And here I can control him a little bit, to the point. And I can say, no, Matthew, that was a good idea, leave me alone. You're super funny. If this is a self-defense situation, I'm at the gas station, somebody grabs my wrist, and they're going to take me towards their dark van, which I'm not into, so I'm gonna go over the top, and I'm gonna go to the outside again, because this is a good spot for me to be, not the best spot for him to be. And then I can do a couple strikes if I think about it, shove him out of the way, and leave gracefully. Yeah. If, again, there's lots of other things to do, the biggest thing, get out of the grab, and then figure out what to do with yourself, or with them. Depends on the situation. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you. So, that is it for grab releases. Now, if somebody comes up and grabs you from behind, can somebody give me a bear hug, please? Somebody comes up, just don't touch the microphone, nobody wants to hear that, thank you. So, somebody gives you a bear hug, grabs you from behind. You're going to use your circle of motion exercise that we did earlier today. And I'm not even going to worry so much about the arms. And again, if I pull away, she's going to grab tighter. Or she's going to fall on top of me. Neither one is good for me. So I'm going to do my circle of motion exercise. And I'm going to keep doing it until she decides I'm too inconvenient to hold. So she grabs me again. Oh, she got me this time. So I'm going to wiggle, wobble, be relentless and annoying. And also, again, if you are in a self-defense situation, please grab me. Thank you. Would you be so kind? Wiggle, wiggle. Somehow this is not working. I can add a few elbows in here. And then all I'm doing is just trying to throw elbows around. Eventually, they'll find something to hit. If, again, this is worst case scenario when you feel like your life or your health is in danger. This is not your friend grabbing you to wrestle with you or to bully you for fun. This is somebody's grabbing me and they're going to take me into that dark van in the gas station or wherever. I'm going to wiggle, and I can throw a couple elbows in there as well if I need to. An unwanted hug. Somebody comes up and tries to give me a big old hug. And I don't want that. Because I'm mean like that. Or maybe she's mean like that. Exactly. So she comes up to give me a hug, and I'm more of a handshake person. I'm going to do sweep and come to the outside. Hi, Jen. How are you?
Hi.
So come give me a hug. Then take my arm. I'm going to go to the outside of her arm. Do a little whoop, little circle. Now I'm on the outside of her body. And then I would just stand here and go, hey, how's it going? I don't think I wanted that hug, but thanks. Okay, let's go over here. Okay. And this is something that you can use in an awkward social situation, and something if you really don't like strange people touching you. And there are some people who really like touching other people, no matter what others say. So if she comes over and tries to give me a hug, again, doesn't have to be the same side. I could pick this side. I would usually pick, most people would come leading with one arm or another. So I would pick the arm that's leading because it's the first one that got to you. So arm to the outside, stay next to them. Hello, Jen. Make better choices. One way here. Okay. So that is something. And then if you are in a more of a scary self-defense situation, if Jen comes at me, and then somehow she's going to hug me, but it's also like she's going to tackle me. Okay? She's going to tackle me. I can go here and I go, no, Jen, get out of here, and I'm running away. Okay? I almost threw you in the camera, sorry. Next time. Thank you, Jen. Okay, and then another technique for today, last one, would be a choke. Should be really scary. When you're practicing with each other, do not put your hands on each other's necks and do not choke each other, please. This is just for practice. Hands on the shoulders, hand on the neck, same type of technique. The first thing you want to do is get those hands off of me, right? But I'm going to do the same circular motion exercise, same twisting at the hips and becoming inconvenient and uncomfortable to hold. If he has his hands here, I can also come up, have my hands out to the side, and then wobble. I can also come over the top, put my hand in between his arms, and then I'm going to circle and circle the other direction. Again, number one can be hands up to the side, or over the top, turn the other way. If it happens that somebody is choking me, and then I'm really nervous, and I accidentally hit him as my hand comes in here, and then I accidentally hit him again. It is a powerful technique. The microphone flew right off. Okay, that probably sounded great. So also, remember, if somebody's choking you, their hands are occupied, mine are not. So I can go side, side. This exercise, if you do it a little bit higher, can also be great striking technique. It doesn't have to be higher, it can be lower, higher. Again, I have my feet, I can do stuff with my legs. If that's where your mind went, sometimes you do have a little bit of a freeze, you can forget that you can do stuff with your feet. Or, unfortunately, sometimes when a person is attacking you and you don't want to hurt them because you care about the person. So, hand over the top, over. If that didn't work, you can do hands out. Oh, that didn't work because he's too big and too strong. Here's his face. I recommend a open palm strike, whether it's a straight strike or a side slap type of strike. It requires very little practice and it requires very little technique and skill. Not a huge punch. It can hurt my hand. It's a lot of ways you can do it wrong. You can hurt your hand, you can hurt your fingers, you can hurt a lot of other parts. Punch is powerful if it's done correctly, and you do have to practice. If you don't practice, also if you don't remember what to do, palm strike, slap, any of those open hand strikes are great. Kind of a little bit more advanced than this type of strike that you've probably done when you were a kid. I have. Okay, thank you, Matthew. Thank you very much.